Hey guys, this is Devin with Backyard Projects, and I know it's been a while since I've actually uploaded a video. There's a hair. Since I've actually done a video, and that's because, well, for one, it's summer, and I do all of my gardening stuff in spring, summer, and fall. Spring, winter, fall. Because that's whenever I'm like building and I'm tearing down and fountains, ponds, whatever you want to call it. So whenever summertime hits, that's whenever my show, or I call it a show, but that's whenever everything should already be like structured and ready to go. So now I just have to wait for it to all grow. But I haven't done a garden video. Just for the fact, well, for one, it's been hot. For two, I'm waiting for everything to fill in. Woo. So I wanted to kind of give you a tour, and I've recorded a couple of these, and I don't like how they turn out. Like, it's too choppy, it's too blah. Anyway, so I'm gonna try something a little different, and I'm gonna use my phone. I've kind of used my phone a little bit, and it's got a better picture. It doesn't motion as bad, I guess is what you want to say. But I want to show you just so you can kind of see what I'm going through, and this is my actual first year with this garden. Now, I moved in last August, but I didn't have any of the beds going, I didn't have any of the structure, I didn't have any of that. So this year it was kind of very I wanted to see what it would turn out. Like, in my head I knew exactly what everything was going to turn out. Oh, turn my light on. But in actual reality, like, it kind of turned out like I wanted it, but not 100%, if that makes any sense. So let me go ahead and show you, and I'll just switch you over. Alright, so now I switched over. It's so crazy, like, on this camera, like, it just shows details, and I'm like, maybe I should have put on some, anyway. Alright, so I'm gonna turn you around, and I'm gonna go really slow. Now, don't judge me, it's August, and things are looking a little tired, because they're dry, and I need to water some pots, and anyway, I'm just gonna show you. Alright, so, my vine is starting to take up the wall slowly. It's going a little slower than I had anticipated. I never did get to this bed down here. I have a fountain that's gonna go there, and I have some planters and stuff. So it's not perfect, but it works for what I need it to for now. Just makes it to where I have projects later. All right. So I have my purple hearts and a random weed. Ignore that. But this is taking off pretty good. I kind of wish it was a little fuller, I guess. And again, I got to get this out of there. But what I need to get going on this is I need to do a drip system. I'm just gonna have a air conditioning, or not air conditioning. Goodness, I have a sprinkler head over here somewhere, and I'm just gonna run a pipe that just kind of has little holes in it, like every 6 foot. I mean, goodness, Sunday, give me a break. But it's one of those perforated ones that kind of drip out every now and then. You know what I mean. Anyway, so I am gonna put that here, and then at the end I will do the little fountain and stuff that I'm wanting to get done. All right, so, well, let's get back to it. All right, so here is one of my bananas. Now, I screwed up. I should not have put these in a pot, because these did not grow as good as they should have, but it still did okay. It's just not the best. All right, so don't judge me, but I'm gonna show you the ugly. So I have not done anything with this side yard yet. I have big plans for it. I just have, it wasn't in the plan to do this year. So this winter, plan on having a whole new renovation and taken out and everything else that you can imagine. Palm trees, I've kept these in pots for quite a while, and they do really good. I don't water them as much as everything else that I water, but these still do really good in pots. And the same for that palm over there. It does really good. They're just the needle palms. And what was great, I've never done succulents like in a pot like this and then just left it on tables, but it's actually done pretty cool. And the mother of millions is fixing to put out some babies. Oh, let me show you this real quick. So what's cool about this needle palm is that it put off seeds. What? My elephant bed, that did exactly what I wanted it to do. I didn't think that those were gonna get as big as they did, but I'm glad that they did though, because I was kind of disappointed in the size of those bulbs. But hey, it ended up working out. This bed here is going to get completely redone for this fall. I'm gonna end up keeping some of the tropics, but I'm going, because I have to pull all this stuff out for the winter anyway, and it's gonna go in the greenhouse. But I'm gonna end up doing like tall evergreens. Like here, I'm gonna try to go for like very Mediterranean type feel. But the thing about this bed is that it didn't actually start looking pretty good until August. So can't have that because I had to go like the entire summer without it. I got the grass from a friend of mine that works for a landscaping company, and he gave me these. Now, these will come back. I know that you can't, and it looks like it's dead, but if you actually look at it, it's got a lot of growth in it. I also got a, if you can see it, a Crepe Myrtle that's purple that looks super cool. So this bed really did kind of turn out not exactly like I wanted, but I kind of had to leave it going just because I had to wait for my castor beans to start seeding out, and they're fixing to seed. Then my fountain, it turned out pretty good. I don't like that it has like the watermarks. It's actually on the other side. It's not on this side. I don't like how that looks so terrible. I'm sorry about the dog barking. I've never heard that dog bark ever, but of course. And then I have weeds. Now I need to get those pulled, but you know what? It's hot outside. Don't judge me. There's my beautiful fish. I love my fish. I tell you, it's been so fun just coming out in the afternoon and feeding them. It's really pretty. I wish that the flower was blooming, but they bloom in the morning and then throughout the day they kind of slowly die off, and then another one will come up the next day. Got those lettuce plants from Hardscape here in Bixby. It's close to Tulsa. But oh my god, like I love all of this. This is probably my favorite thing that we did this year. And then, so I'm gonna keep my bananas there for next summer. And then my reed grass, it finally took off, and I'm gonna leave that as well, because next year it'll be even taller, so it'll kind of give me a nice backdrop of the pond. So here's where it gets kind of crazy. So I had trimmed this tree down to kind of make it bush, and that's what I was going to use as a topiary. I still plan on doing that. I haven't quite figured out what kind of topiary I'm going to do, but I've done some experimenting on it and seen where, like, if I cut it, the two of them will branch out, and it does exactly what I wanted. Also, I have a weeping willow tree there that I wanted to hang over the pond. Still waiting on that. That's not exactly what I wanted, but and then I have my Crepe Myrtle that's in the back, which is supposed to be my color, like way up there. It's coming together. It's just not as perfect as I would want it to be. Let's see, this bed right here, I'm gonna end up putting a bench here, like a little sitting bench. My mother-in-law gave me that idea. I thought it'd be kind of cool in front of the pond. All right, these are my moonflowers. So I have the moonflowers, the white ones, that go here. Then I have my purple moonflowers that bloom behind it. Now these only last a day as well, but let's see if I can get a good one. These are what they look like right before they open. And then this one is after they open. It's late in the day, so they look better than this in the mornings. But this actually turned out really well. So some of the things that I have to change is that I have a fountain in the back that completely goes away because you can't see it. Also, my pots that I put my topiaries in, you can't see it. They kind of disappeared because of this. Same thing for that one too. It also disappeared. So next year I've got to do more of like a stand for them, so they kind of popped out a little bit, because as they are, they just disappear. They don't look good. All right, so let's go down these steps. Steps did wonderful. Like I'm really impressed with these steps. I didn't know they were gonna hold up as well as they did, but it turned out great. So here's the back side of that. And then see, this is the mess that I gotta figure out. Crepe myrtles. Oh, and I also have my angel trumpets, but they're not blooming right now. They only bloom like, these seem to only bloom like a certain periods of the summer. Kind of weird. Oh, look at this. That stupid rabbit. Now, I did a video on the rabbit trying to catch it, and I keep getting rats instead of rabbits. And so I put it on pause, and I'll go back to trying to catch them soon, but that is why. I do have a video, but it's only halfway done because I don't have it done yet. What in the world? Check this out. So I pulled this weed because I think it came from my bird feeder, and like since I threw it on the ground, holy mackerel, it like grew roots. It's trying to grow again. I don't even know what this plant is, but it must be pretty invasive. I will tell you, the rats chewed some of the offspurts of my tree. So the hanging baskets, they did okay. These I'm gonna have to move to more of a shadier place. They did great in the spring, but once August hit, I tell you, once August hit, everything kind of changed. Let's see, elephant ears, they've done good, obviously, because they always do good in the summer. My zebra grass, it's taken off pretty good. I wanted to kind of fill in this area. These pots and those pots have not done very well, but I don't have my irrigation hooked up to them. I do have them hooked up to those and all of those, but not the ones on the floor or on the ground, which summer I will have all that figured out, but I just ran out of time. All right, here's my peaches. They're doing good, except now I'm seeing ants all over them. But so let's see, this one is supposed to be a bush, but for some reason it's like vining out. Oh, and it looks like it's dying in the middle. What? All right, azaleas are doing good. I got those for free. If you watch my videos, you'll see I got most of all of these for free. Let's see. All right, Orlander, it's doing good. Cannas, doing good. I got a lilac bush back there. It is doing okay. It just doesn't flower. It flowered whenever I first got it, but hasn't after that. Here is another one of my Hydrangeas. Now this one will bloom in the fall. This will be a pretty, oh, what color is it? I don't know the color, but all right. So hanging basket, doing wonderful. Now I have geraniums and I have variegated, like sweet potato vine, except it's variegated. Looks really pretty, but it's doing good. I need to go through and cut all these off, but oh well. These elephant bulbs did exactly what I wanted. They had a nice little slope up. Now those were tiny little bulbs. I have a video of that. Oh goodness. But those were so tiny, but they did exactly what I needed them to do. You can kind of see behind. And there's like stuff back there. Anyway, so I have some ginger, some more elephant ears, caladiums, but the rabbits, they were bigger, but the rabbits just completely ate them down to the dirt, but they're slowly coming back. When I tell you those rabbits have eaten, they have eaten plumb through like everything. My poor little flowers. But more Hydrangeas. And then I have a wisteria tree that I'm gonna grow across the vine on the top. Let's see, what else? Bamboo, I have those in pots so they don't take over my yard. And those have done really well. Whenever I'm doing my landscaping, I try to blend from the front part to the back. Kind of blend it all through. Some more plants. So I have tons of little pots that most of those have to go to the greenhouse, but you can't see the pot, which is the whole goal. See, can I tell you the rabbits? Look at this. They've eaten all of my vine. This used to be my hosta. The hosta put out flowers, but the rabbits ate everything else. Look at that. Crazy. Anyway, everything else, this winter, I'm gonna completely redo this area. I didn't like how it turned out. It's not exactly what I was wanting, but you know what? It's just a project for next year. This area turned out really good. A little patio, grill patio. My little succulent. I tell you, the succulents have been nice because I don't have to water those. Let's see, my dogs. The back part of the yard has done really good. Those pots have done good. Looking at the yard from this direction, looks really nice. I need to trim up the banana, but next year I'm hoping that it'll be bigger than this because that was the first year. I love how I'm like doing hand gestures, you're not even seeing it on camera. Anyway, let's see, this side looks pretty good. I'm gonna rearrange some of those like cannas that are in the back and move some other stuff that looks better, I guess, and gets more sun because those cannas should be taller than they are, but they have not. I gotta trim up this tree. I have a lot of cleaning up that I have to do. Some things grew better than others. I have a lot of just like random crap that I have to do, but anyway, that's part of a garden. You just kind of grow. These elephant bulbs were so tiny. They were little bitty, and now they've like taken over the path. Let's see. Trees have done good. They filled in exactly like I wanted. I wanted the canopy to be really, really high up there. Give me that shade that I need for all of this stuff. Birdhouse is good. Let's see if I can get it there. Wow. There was birds in there. I don't know if there still are, but mint, which anybody that grows mint, they know that it takes over, and well, it has. But my hydrangeas are doing good. Only two of them have bloomed though. For some reason, these other ones haven't. I don't know if it's because I just planted those. Let's see, my peonies, they have pretty much done for. So anyway, I have a lot of this stuff that I have to clean up, but I didn't want to get too involved because I have to replace that retaining wall because it is falling down. This is the other side of it. Lilies, or one lily, calla lily. It's done pretty good. I need to get it moved. See, I do this video because then whenever everything has died back and you can't see anything, I'm like, oh yeah, I have a calla lily there. So these pots did okay. These are the double bubblegum petunias. Now, even though I water this 2 times a day, like they're still just ugh. So I don't know if I'll do those again. They looked really good until August. August hit in Oklahoma and everything was like, nope, not today. The geraniums did really, really good. Now, of course, I need to clean up these, but they just keep flowering and they do everything that I need them to do. Another view. I love that I painted that fence black. Love it. Turned out perfect. Goes away, disappears. Makes the yard look bigger. To me, anyway. Alright, let's see. So on this flower bed, I have like random stuff that like pops up and I'm like, what was that? My amaryllis bulbs which those did amazing. So I'm gonna be pulling those out pretty quickly to let them dry out so I can have them for Christmas. My coxcomb, beautiful. I wish that you could see the texture. They're so soft. Well, they grew really big, which drowned out my, where'd they go? Underneath all of this, I have my hardy gardenias, which those did okay, but they didn't like grow like crazy like I thought that they would. So I have some grasses in there. So next year, I need to make sure I move these to where they're not, you know, like, it's one of those, it's like I didn't realize how big they were going to get until they started growing, and then now I'm like, oh, well, those need to be in the back of a border. Those crazy rabbits, I tell ya, they just got my plants. I'm going to move these out because those got really tall before the rabbits got them, and yeah, I need to plant those in a different place. They were only supposed to get like 10 inches and they ended up growing like 30. Fountain, now this fountain. I've had to fix this fountain like twice. It's fallen over, then the cage, before I put all the rock, ended up just breaking that was holding it up. So I had to take it all apart, refix it, get it to where it was like stood up straight. And then now, like it slowly is just kind of falling back down. So I need to get some rock and stuff to get it level again. Another palm. This Crepe Myrtle has been good. I'm ready for that to get pretty big. And then now we are back to where we came from. Let's see. These have done amazing. So when I started, I kept cutting them to where they would branch and branch over and over and over. And what was crazy is where I cut them to branch them out, I was just throwing them there. Well, then they ended up taking off here too. And I did the same. I just would break it off, pinch it where they would double. That's how you make it look so full. We'll be doing those again, definitely. All right, so this flower bed did not do good, for me anyway, at all. Like, I was really disappointed. It did not grow like I wanted. Anyway, so I'm gonna have to do a whole makeover on this bed. I just got these. They're little Scarlet Peak Hollies. I'm excited. I'm gonna put those out here somewhere because they're gonna get like 15, 20 foot tall. And I think it would look super cool to just have some nice tall structure. Here is this bed. Again, did not do exactly like I wanted, but my floor clocks look good. My boxwoods look pretty good. I've got a random weed there. I don't know what that is. So it's been kind of difficult because I had cut so much stuff out, like whenever I moved here, that, well, during the winter it was dead, or it was ground level, so I didn't see it. Well, now that another year has gone by, I now all of a sudden I'm seeing all this stuff that I'd cut down, and now it's growing back, and I'm like, what is that again? Now I'm kind of dealing with that. Now stuff is trying to grow back and I'm trying to cut it back and so on. But overall, this bed did pretty good, maybe. Now I don't really want to show you guys this because it's kind of embarrassing, but I'm going to anyway, just for the fact that if I just shame myself enough, then I'll make it better. All right, so here's the walk of shame. So this is where I kind of put my leftover material, my leftover pots, leftover everything. Now this is getting completely redone this fall and winter. So I'm gonna take up all this rock, or the brick, I'm gonna redo it, restructure it. I'm gonna use this rock that I have here for it. Gonna rework it. I'm gonna end up doing, I have an extra sprinkler head over here. I'm gonna run it under, gonna do a drip system. I'm gonna do all of this vegetable. Look, this video is coming out soon. Dun dun dun. No spoiler alerts. This goes on top of the greenhouse, and the greenhouse is so tall that I can't get it up over. I have to have some help, but we've tried to kill this back, but it keeps coming back with a vengeance. This place looks like a war zone, and it looks terrible. It looks so awful, but I have big plans for it. It's gonna be awesome this winter. Lots of projects, lots of things coming. I just couldn't do all of them this winter. Or I mean, I couldn't do all of the things that I needed to do before summer hit. Summer came and I had to just do with what I had already. Doing a project, like right now I'm videoing and it's like 8 or 9:30, 8:30, somewhere in there, and I'm already like dripping hot. So that's why I do all these projects in the winter, because it's nice and cool. Everything is dead. Not everything is dead. Everything is like, I don't have to deal with any plants. Like all of my plants are put up, they're not growing, because whenever I do it, I mess up my plants and it irritates me. All right, hold on. So here is my poor greenhouse. That looks like it's been abandoned and things are taking over, which they kind of do. So one of the projects that I do have to get done pretty quickly is that I have to get power in here, and I have to do it while everything is out of here, because things start getting cold and everything starts coming back in. It's gonna be so full, I'm not gonna be able to put anything in it. Makes me wonder. So my greenhouse has been running like 130, 140 degrees and no water whatsoever, but yet I've got all of these plants growing, and I'm like, how are you growing? Like, I don't even want to be in here. They still are growing. Man, it's gonna take forever to clean all this out. Anyway, it's hot in here and I gotta get out because I'm gonna die of a heat stroke. Wonder if it's a good diet plan. Just come out here and just sit in the greenhouse. Alright, the greenhouse needs a lot of work, but I like a lot of work. I'm not afraid of it. So I will get it done. I'm gonna also have a sprinkler system put in. I just found a canna, like growing out of nowhere. Let's find it. Oh crap, like, I gotta get all of this taken care of. Bam, dang it, look at that. It's like a random canna growing. Where did these even come from? Look at that mess, oh my goodness. I have to get all that cut out. I have big plans for this back here. Oh, look. This is actually like a jasmine. It's so pretty. It smelled so good. All right, so let me show you my front yard and what worked and what did not. So far, everything is doing good. It's exactly what I wanted. My poor tree, my tulip tree, I forgot to turn on the sprinkler for 2 days, and you can tell. Like, it took a beating, like really bad. But I started watering again and it put out new leaves. It grows really quickly, so that's good. This bed turned out okay. This winter I am gonna put a drip irrigation in here. I have a sprinkler head that's here somewhere. I'm gonna just put a water hose or a little nipple thing on it so I can, what the heck am I trying to say? Oh, I'm trying to run a emitter from it so I can water all of these plants and not have to worry about it, because it is getting sprinklered, but it's not covering it good enough, I guess. All right, let's get back to it. This is the front bed and it did good. Now I have some random weeds in there, a random tree that's trying to grow, that tree that I need to trim, but overall it's doing okay. Some random things growing in the fountain, but oh well. It is August, don't judge me. So my green wall has finally taken off. Now this one did better than the one in the backyard, but it's doing good. Like, it's doing exactly what I wanted. I am gonna come through here and cut off some of these like stragglers, or I'm just gonna run them down to where they're going. That's not what I wanted. I want them on the wall. We'll see. We'll come out here and fix it. But other than that, it's all growing like I wanted. It's doing what I wanted it to do. Don't judge. Somebody mowed my yard and they didn't bag it. I don't understand. Why would you mow a yard and not bag it? I'm like, why even bother mowing if you're not gonna bag it? I don't get it. This is our crazy busy time of the year, and I just don't have enough time to mow and keep up with everything just because I have to work. Okay, so anyway, let me show you that. I had another pot like that here, but we were moving a couch out and it broke. So this is not exactly the way I envisioned this pot, but this one is slowly dying. Oh my gosh, that looks just pitiful because my emitter fell off. Had it hooked up to one of the sprinkler heads. I might try to fix that tonight. So this bed, Joseph's coat, begonias here. I need to trim up these again. So everywhere I've been coming out and cutting so they'll branch out. Need to do it again because I don't want to start cutting these yet until they're at the height that I want, and then I'll start cutting them because you don't want a whole bunch of just like little stragglers. This is gonna go over there by the other green wall in the backyard. Oh, and these are Manhattan euonymuses, by the way. This bush actually started looking a lot better. Don't remember the name. I'll try to find it. But this rain chain, whenever it rains, it just beats this poor plant up. So here's my petunias again. This one is doing better than this one. I need to just pull these because they don't look very good. They look like crap. Well, and then my evergreens, which I decided to, for some reason, put these in a box. I don't know why I did that. I now regret that decision. Let's see. Purple hearts there. The canna and a random elephant bulb is looking good. It's not exactly what I wanted. I was kind of going for something different. It turned out okay, I guess. I will be taking all of this out. Like, it's not good enough for me to keep. Alright, so these are holly bushes. They turned out really good. I like them. Can't decide if I'm going to pull them or not. This bed is done good except for the random grass. I didn't get edging in here. I just kind of was using my weed eater and it shows. I'll overhaul this bed and make it pretty. The coleus turned out really good. Like, I was really happy with it. It kind of gives me like a little mountain feel. It just took a long time for it to get like that though. It took a lot longer than I was expecting. But I like the smoothness. I like how the Joseph's coat with the begonias are all at different heights. And then you have the Nandinas at a different height. Then you have the coleus at a different height. And then you have the hollies at a different one. And then on the back, you have like your purple hearts, which is really crazy because you would think like purple hearts are annuals in most places, but here in Oklahoma, they're perennial. Like, I have never had a problem with my purple hearts. They've always done really well. Let's see, what else do I have to catch up on? I have a lot of projects planned for this winter. Mostly it's my side yards that I've got to get done. Like, they're in pretty terrible shape, but just couldn't get everything done last year, which is fine because then that gives me things to do this winter. I have a lot of plants that I've got to get moved around because they are not where I need them to be. This gate, I love my gate, but when the grass is a little tall, it doesn't push out very well, or it doesn't move very well. I have a lot of crap that I've got to get rid of. I have a lot of material. I haven't thrown it away because I'm always like, oh, I could use that for something. Oh yeah, so I was gonna show you my shed. Dun, 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 dun. Nothing special. I do have big plans for it this winter. I'm gonna kind of insulate it a little bit, put some lighting. I have wiring figured to it, or up to it now. I'm gonna do some of my YouTube videos in there, like messing with some plants and getting some things done and working and just piddling, and yeah, I think it'll be a cool little studio. Everything turned out pretty good. Not the best, not the worst. But overall, I'm pretty happy with it. I have a lot of projects planned, which is good. I've got lighting done. I need to kind of twerk some of them because, oh, well, these are not plugged in, but I need to arrange them and figure them. I really want to put some like up in the trees to kind of highlight the top. I've come a long way from last year and whenever I was sitting in my garden and I was going through it all. And I think for the most part, it turned out really good. I do have some things to work on, which is fine. I could work on them this fall and winter. But yeah. Oh, I have my pergola up. So this pergola, I have big plans for it. I'm gonna take where I seen in one of the gardens that I toured, they put plants like those hay racks on the top of it and then had plants just hanging down. And then I have a tarp that's gonna go over it. Not a tarp, it's like a sail kind of thing. It's like a sail, but it's flat and it's like rectangular, not like one of those triangle ones. So I'm gonna put that up. I think I gotta get it ordered. I think it's supposed to be here pretty soon. And let's see, what else? I'm not gonna cover my pool this year. That was an epic mistake. I regretted doing that. Like, it didn't look good. It kept getting stuff on it. And then you had to try to clean it. Anyway, it was just a mess. So we're gonna get one of those like nets that go over it and then just hopefully to catch the leaves. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But what else? I think that's it for now. I just kind of wanted to give you a little tour of the backyard, the good and the bad. Not so pretty. But anyway, it is what it is. I have lots of projects coming. I have a few videos I've got to get edited, especially of the pond. I've had them going and I'm trying to figure out how to get them lined out, and they're coming, I promise. It's just taking me a second. And yeah, anyway, all right, so I'll be back in like probably a week to film a couple of other videos that I've got to, some plants that I got to do, my random plant that I got to pick. Well, I hope you liked this video, and I hope that my phone camera did better than my actual camera, because in my actual camera there was so much movement, and even though I'm shaking right now, there's so much movement that you couldn't really see the picture very well. And then when you did, I was editing it and I got nauseous. I was like, oh, okay, I can't play this. But hopefully this is better. Anyway, let me know, like and comment. Till next time, thanks guys, bye.